I found a really cool spot called Sunset Point Cafe. I'm not staying here for sunset, guys. I just stopped literally because I needed to break. I'd walked 12,000 steps already this morning and it's hot as hell. And I was starving because I hadn't had breakfast yet. So here I am. I thought I'd do a quick live just to show you where I am because it is actually quite stunning. Look at this. You've got natural rocks. You've got a whole lot of surfers out here. And you've got some beach vendors down here. I was walking along here and I just thought, I wonder what's up here. So anyway, here I am with a cup of tea. Well, cheers, guys. This is my second pot I had for brunch, guys. It's not very Indonesian today, but that's all right. Can't always have local food. I had, welcome in, Nana's Recipes. How are you? Yeah, it's not a bad deal, hey. I'm surfer spotting at the moment while I have a cup of tea. I am way further down the beach than I normally am. I've walked 12,000 steps. Put it this way, I've walked for about 2 hours. And so I deserve this cup of tea. I also stopped and had a coconut along the way too because I felt like I was dehydrated, so coconut did the trick. And then I got to eat the flesh out of it. It was lovely. I'm not going to be here for very long, guys. I just wanted to quickly show some people where I was. Nicholas just messaged me saying, I don't know, something about like, where was I going for brunch? And I said, oh, well, you know what? I'll show you where I am for brunch. And he can watch it on the rerun later on. But I've walked to Changgu, guys. Changgu is, well, what I knew of Changgu was pretty much from Instagram because all the Instagrammers come here, all the digital nomads seem to kind of congregate in this kind of area. You know, you see the pictures of them on their laptops, laptop lifestyle kind of thing. Look, you know, I'm jealous as hell. If I could do a laptop lifestyle, I would, right? But I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Working on it, but you know. But it seems to be that Changgu, this is where they hang out. Well, or maybe where they live. So things are a little bit more expensive up this end. That's what I've heard. Like, you know, you can pay like, you know, $7-8 for a coffee, which is pretty much the prices that you pay at Brisbane or at home in Australia. So I'll tell you, I'm pretty much paid exactly the same prices from Australia. I had a smashed avocado on toast with an egg for 90,000, which is about $8.50 Australian, which is pretty much nearly what you'd pay, give or take, in Australia. I mean, if you were paying for this kind of view, you would probably be paying double, I'm going to be honest. But, you know, at a cafe on the back street or something, you would pay $9 for a smash avo for sure. I paid I think it was for $3 for a hot tea, and I paid $4 or 40,000 for a watermelon juice. So, you know, my breakfast is going to cost me around about $20, which is pretty much what you'd pay in Australia for a breakfast, to be honest. But if you were going to have a breakfast at, you know, like, say, Byron Bay on the beachfront or something like that, you would pay at least $30 for the convenience of, you know, having a beautiful view. The fact that we're right here, like literally watching the surfers, it's pretty unique, really. I've got to say, it's pretty nice. And you've got the beach you know, the bean bags here. I like the fact that we have this shade because, as I said, I've been walking and it's 100 degrees outside. So it's quite nice to have this. Hello, Tushakan. Hi, woman. Hi. Nice to meet you. I guess you were a man, maybe? Hi, man. We're in a place called Changgu. This is the first time I've been here in Bali. I'm staying about 2 hours that away, and I've walked this morning. I set off about quarter to seven, and I've been walking. I had to stop and have a coconut under an umbrella for a while because it was so goddamn hot, and coconut is so refreshing. But I needed some breakfast, right? So here I am. I had a smashed avocado, a watermelon juice, and I'm on to my second pot of tea. And yeah, you know what? I've been sitting here for a while, and I've seen a lot of, the locals kind of come and go. That's an avocado drink. And a little bit further, about half an hour drive from here, is Tunnelot. Tunnelot is actually quite a place to go to see the sunset, actually. If I had some friends with me, I'd probably go up there and hire a car and go up there for the afternoon and watch the sunset. But I'm just, I'm by myself. I have to pay the cost myself for the taxi and stuff. And to be honest, I'm okay. I did the maths. If I walked up there, it'd be 2.5 hours from here. That's too far, guys. I was trying to see if I could get the local bus. There is no. The local bus is way away from here. So to get on the local bus, I'm 2.5 hours inland. I've got to walk 2.5 hours that away inland to catch it. So yeah, it's too far. It's like basically I've got to go through Jembutsa. So the local bus system here is not ideal for tourists. I guess it's not really for tourists. So I think they just think, tourists, you know what, catch the goddamn trains and the Gojek. Gojek is the scooters. I just refuse to catch on the scooters. I know they're cheap, but they're also cheap and nasty. Some people don't have extra helmets, and the way they zip through the cloud, it's organised chaos on the roads, right? They cut in front of each other, people stop. I like my skin on my elbows, so I won't be catching one. Paul, if you're watching this on a rerun, it's actually quite fun to watch the waves here. There's actually quite a lot of waves coming in. Big sets right out too. This guy's going right out. He's going right out. Where's he going? I don't know if you can see that. But there is a guy there. He's now stopped paddling. He's just floating there now. What's he going to do? Try to catch a little wave in? Yeah, he's ready. Okay, here we go. Lining himself up. Yep. He knew what was going on. There you go. Ready. There you go. He knew what was going on. Not a huge wave, unfortunately, but, still he's catching it. Yep. Here we go, another one. There's a fair few surfers out there. I was planning to keep on walking a little bit further down. You can walk along, looks like you can walk all along around, so that's good. Just like where I'm kind of staying in Lagoon, you can walk along the footpath. A little bit back further, you couldn't actually walk along the footpath. You basically had to walk along the beach, and then when it's high tide, which is starting to be high tide now, you can't actually walk along the beach. So you actually have to go down the streets and stuff, so it's not ideal, but that's all right. I'm not planning to walk back. I'm actually going to be lazy. Hear me out. I've already walked 12,000 steps. I've already done 8Ks this morning. And I'm going to keep on walking. Maybe if I can walk up a little bit further where they look like a resort up there kind of thing. I might walk up to there. That's probably another couple of Ks. It'll be 10Ks. 10Ks is quite sufficient. And this afternoon I'll walk down to the sunset bar, to watch the sunset. So that's another couple of Ks. So, don't want to do too many Ks a day, right? And plus, it is hot as hell. The sun is behind me. So if I start walking that way, the sun will be right in my face. And for some reason this morning, I decided I wasn't going out for very long. I was just doing a quick walk. I actually wasn't even going to take my backpack. Oh, we've got some Deb. Hey Deb, how you going? So Deb, this morning, I got up really early this morning. I don't know why, what happened to me that I got up so early. But I decided, because it's Monday morning, like, normally Monday morning in Australia, I'm up in the morning, going for a walk on the beach. So I did that. Went for a walk, I did a live, I did my jumping for joy, I normally do. And it was lovely. I did a live and I just kept on walking and walking and walking and walking. Before you know it, I'd walked like an hour and 15 minutes or something on a live, and I was sweating to death. And I was like, you know what? I need to stop and get some, get like just rest a little. So I must have started buffing. So I just thought about, end the live. And then I thought, well, this is the furthest I've been. I might actually not do the live and actually do some videoing of it, and actually do a video of the walk from kind of Semiac all the way up to here. So I've walked, a lot of steps, 12,000 steps already this morning. I stopped and had a fresh coconut at one of the local vendors. Cost me $2.50. And then I kept walking, and I was like, I need to eat. I spoke to a local guy and he said, look, you can get some local food just behind the temple here. So just here is a temple. So behind here you can get some local food. But I wanted to sit down somewhere and just, regroup, sit and watch, basically the world go by. So basically we're watching the world go by. In surfers, there is a walkway just here. I was walking through here and I wondered, what's up here? And I walked up and I was like, oh, this is all right. It's all right. It's a good view. Which beach? I'm at Changgu. Changgu in Bali. I've never been here before, this beach before. I walked here. And I get the appeal, I'm going to be honest. It's very kind of hip. And, it's one of those places where you take a photo of your food. And guess what? I took a photo of my food. Would you like to see a photo of my food? I'll show you a photo of my food. Just for shits and giggles. Oh. Oh, that's my coconut. Maybe my food didn't... Oh. That was my breakfast, guys. That was my breakfast. It was avocado on top, toast, with some poached eggs and a salad. Oh la la, it was really good. Really tasty. Not cheap though, guys, I'm going to be honest. Down here, it's not cheap. Because it's kind of a hip and happening kind of area, a lot of digital nomads live in this area. So the digital nomads have, a little bit extra money. So the cafes charge a lot more money for things. This pot of tea cost me $3.50, which is, relative. I also had that food, that lunch, or that brunch I had, that cost me 90,000 rupiah, which is like $8.50 for a breakfast, which is not cheap in Indonesian terms. Like I said, I'm playing tourist dollar. So by the time I leave here, it'll be $20. But you pay for the view also, right? And you know what? You can't always be cheap and nasty. And it's great surfing watching. Look at that. There's lots of surfers out there. Hold on. I don't know if you can see that, guys. There's a whole lot of people out there. I don't know what they're doing. Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of surfers out there. A lot of surfers out here too. There's a lot of surfers down there. And they've got the beach bars down there, guys. So you can have sunset here, or you can go to the beach bars. Like, how we've been going to the beach bars in Legian. exactly the same, but maybe a little bit more expensive here. Oh, we got Lavender. Hello, Lavender. No, I'm camping. I was surfing before. Oh, that was good. That's great, Lavender. So guys, I'm not really going to be here for very long. I just really wanted to show where I was. No massage at the moment. It's not even midday, Deb. I'm not actually at the Sunset Beach. The Sunset Beach is like 2 hours that away. I'll be there later on. So give us about 4.5 hours, 5.5 hours. I'll be down at Sunset Beach. This is my morning. I went for a walk this morning for morning movement, like I would do at home in Australia. But you know, 3 hours later, here I am. I'm going to walk a little bit further up that way yet. I've passed some really big beach bars and hotels and interesting places along the way. When I came out this morning, as I said, I wasn't planning to come out for very long. So I did put some sunscreen on, thank God. I was actually going to go out and not put sunscreen on and just go for a quick walk, but I got sidetracked, right? So I put sunscreen on this morning on my face and my arms. I did take one battery pack with me. I got a battery pack. I did take my journal actually, and my paints, and my togs and sarong because they were already in my bag. So consequently, I was able to keep on walking because I had some sunscreen on and my battery pack and stuff like that. Because when I do a live, it normally drains my battery pack a bit, my battery on my phone. So anyway, long story short, I thought I will make a video. I always say I'm going to make a video. I never do. I mean, I will. Just, I've got other priorities right now. I am too busy just watching the surf. But anyway, I'm going to stop this live because I could actually, if I stop this live, actually make an edit and video. I could. But I'll be sidetracked. I'll sit here and I'll watch the surfers for a bit. I'll end up, watching someone else on my friends on YouTube for a while. But it's okay. It's okay. I don't have to do anything, right? But anyway, I just wanted to show some of you guys where I was. I sent Paul a message a little while ago and told him where I was, and he's never been this far down either. So definitely, this is a video for you, Paul. For you, Paul? Oh, look at that. That's huge out there. Bloody hell. That's not for learners out there today. That's all for experienced surfers out there. Okay, we'll watch one guy come in and then I'm going to finish the live. Okay, guys? When are you going to... the next island. I'm going tomorrow. I was going today, but I've decided I'm not going to go to the Gili Islands right now. I'm going to go to the island of Flores. So, Deb, look it up. Flores in Indonesia, not Flores in Portugal. There's Flores in Portugal. We're not there. We're going to Flores in Indonesia. It's another island. It's about an hour and a half away from Bali. You got to fly there. And what's famous there is the next island over is where you see the Komodo dragons. So the Komodo dragons, here we go guys, ready? Ready, where is it? I can see this guy. I've lost him. Well, there's some people sitting in front of you, so I might stop this live, guys. I don't want to be filming random people. It's not right. But anyway, so Deb. Yeah, so Deb, I'm going tomorrow. So I will do a live tomorrow when I get there. I get there about 9:30 in the morning, my time. So in about 24 hours, you'll see me. I'll do a live from that place. There'll be a new place, a new destination I've never been before. So yeah, wish me luck and safe travels, right? Alright guys, well I'm going to go. As I said, it's over and out from Changgu. Changgu. This is like called Sunset Point Cafe, because obviously The sunset's over this side. And then down there is Changgu Beach, which I want to go walking. I'm going to go walk a bit further up that way. Nice to meet you. Yeah, nice to meet you too. Oh, you've said here, can I see your face? Oh, well, I showed you. All right, Deb. I'll see you later, Deb. Look after yourself. And new person in the chat. I can't really see who you are, your name, but, you know, nice to meet you. Hit subscribe and hit the notifications and you'll see, you know, where I'm at. This afternoon I'll do a sunset live. I reckon we'll actually have a really nice sunset today, guys, because there's hardly any clouds in the sky. And we might actually finally see a really cool sunset. A couple of days ago we saw a really nice sunset, but every afternoon we're doing sunset live. So check us out in about 4.5 hours, 5 hours. You'll come back and you'll see me doing a sunset live. Okay, see you guys. Look after yourself.